All right. So with my first draft pick, I had to do this. I probably don't have to choose them first, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't choose this couple first. And that is Alexis Coleman and Jeremy Coleman.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I had to choose us first because one, this is a relationship that I have control over. We can control the outcome of our relationship. And what I know about us as a couple is we work really hard to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be for our relationship,
Preach true.
for our son, for our community. And if I'm going to choose any couple, I'm going to choose the home team. Oh, what's up, everybody? I'm Leck.
I'm Germ.
Oh. And this is another episode of Oats Black Love Podcast. I almost thought this was a solo venture.
Man, yeah, we kind of a little faded. We've been out celebrating our
I
little
wasn't going to
sis.
say it.
We was out celebrating our little sis Jada's birthday. So happy birthday, Jada.
Happy
If you're
birthday,
listening,
Jada.
Happy birthday. So if we acting a little wild, the mimosas.
Just know it was bottomless mimosas at the parlor, and I tried not to do too much. I didn't do too much.
She didn't. I did a little much.
You did a little more than
But I'm
me.
pretty good. So
Anyway, this is another episode of Oats Black Love Podcast. Of course, before we get started, make sure you are liking, following, and subscribing to us on all social media platforms. That's at Ode to Black Love on Instagram and TikTok, then Ode to Black Love Podcast on YouTube and Facebook.
make sure head over to oldtoblacklove.com, cop that merch. We got a few shirts left. We've been selling them. We got a few shirts left. I feel like a new drop is coming soon because we're getting low on our previous inventory. So make sure you
I'm so
buy
glad
out
you
that.
said that.
Make sure you buy out that previous inventory so we can make some new stuff.
Facts, especially for the fall and the winter. I want some sweatshirts again. So yeah, y'all, we back for another episode of Ode to Black Love. Again, a little tipsy, but that's okay. We gonna have we got a really good episode today. A really good episode today. Just peep the attire. But before we
dress
get
a little different.
Yeah, before we get into that though, we got some good news.
Oh, heard about the good news?
You gonna insert it this time?
Yeah, I insert this time. I'm not really messing with Kanye. Haven't been for a couple years, but I'll add the little clip in right.
Thank you.
You heard about the good news?
So two things I want to talk about. One, New Wave fashion show is Saturday, November 5th at Douglas High School Auditorium. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the show starts at 7 p.m. If y'all have not heard of New X Wave or New Wave, be sure to check out their Instagram and their Facebook. It is ran by none other than my best friend, Michelle Stevens, who is a local entrepreneur, who has a clothing line, and it's dope. She's dope. She has several businesses, and I'm just so proud to call her my friend, and I can't wait to support her on Saturday at her fashion show. So this is her second annual fashion show. Y'all go out, support her, buy those tickets, go attend. The last one was super lit, and I know this one will be the same.
No, yeah, we're gonna be out there Saturday, so check us out.
Oh yeah, I didn't say this. Ode to Black Love will be hosting the pre-show and the post-show for the New Wave Fashion Show. So come check us out, come see us. Of course, come see her, buy her merch, all the things. We will be there supporting her.
Like she said, that's New X Wave, but it's New Wave, but X in the middle.
Absolutely.
Make sure you go buy some merch.
100%. Another thing that I was gonna say, and I didn't write it down on here, but I just saw it on Instagram. Well, I didn't just see it on Instagram. I seen it like last week, but I didn't realize like, oh shoot, this is some good news in the community. And this is local this week. A lot of this is local, but it doesn't matter. Draped Outfitters. Is it Draped Outfitters?
The shoes.
Yes. Opened up her store in Penn Square Mall.
Yeah. Shout out.
It's a shoe boutique, and y'all, it always has some of the cutest. It's a women's boutique, but it literally has some of the cutest heels, the cutest boots, cutest shoes. Y'all make sure y'all tap in at Penn Square Mall.
Yeah, she got a website too, don't she?
Yeah, she got a website. Like, I'm talking the baddest boots, baddest shoes.
Nah, she got some cool little shoes. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad you like.
She's trying to spend my money.
You want to see me in them?
Yeah, but she
Draped Outfitters. Let me know. My baby said he want to spend some money on me.
Yeah, she stay up on the newest shoes and stuff like that, as far as like heels and like trendy stuff. So yeah, y'all tap in with her. I know a lot of people around the city that mess with her, but
we don't know her personally, but I know her shoes are bomb as hell.
Mhm.
I've seen them. I love them. People I know wear them. And yeah, so make sure y'all go support that local Black business in Penn Square Mall. Also, there's another Black business in Penn Square Mall, Trendsetters.
Trendsetters, yep. Shout out
Trendsetters 405.
Yep. They support the
So
podcast too. Yep.
it's 2 Black-owned businesses in Penn Square Mall. Make sure when y'all go into the mall, y'all supporting those local businesses. And putting money in Black people's pockets, because you can go support the Forever 21s. You can go support all of the other stores, but we have locally owned businesses in that mall as well with some fly ass shit. Like, no cap. It's really cute
I mean,
stuff.
really swag shit. Like, I mean, we didn't even talk about what's the other store they got? The Trendsetters got a lady
Chic.
store. Chic.
Is it called Chic? Yeah, I think so.
So we got 3 stores in there. There are people that support the podcast and stuff like that. So if y'all sliding by Penn Square Mall, make sure y'all support one of them stores because they support.
Put some money in Black people's pockets, period.
Yeah.
Just
So,
period. No reason.
Period. No reasons, just Black people pocket. No need to go to your
Keep that money in our
Don't go to Forever.
community.
Don't go to what's that store you used to go to downstairs?
I don't think it's over there no more. Charlotte Russe?
Yeah, don't go to Charlotte Russe.
Well, Trendsetters is where Charlotte Russe used to be.
I think it's down the street. But regardless, we told y'all that we a little tipsy, so I can't remember. I'm usually on it, but make sure y'all put money in Black people's pockets. We were talking about that. We were talking about that not too long ago. Making sure that on the last podcast, put money in Black people's pockets. Let's keep circulating that money in the Black community. That was with Allure Chanel. He was talking about spending money in the Black community. So let's keep money. We make sure we put money in Black community. I know that Shein and stuff is out there, but the price is really comparable. So let's put money in Black people's pockets.
Now I don't know about comparable. Shein cheap
prices.
Shein is just dirt cheap though.
Okay.
But regardless, it don't matter.
Prices.
It doesn't matter.
You're not playing LV prices. You're not paying Forever 21 prices. You're playing decent prices. Put money in Black people's pockets.
No matter how much it is.
Trendsetters got like
nice stuff.
Yeah, Nikes and shit that resell. So
listen, regardless of how much it is, I don't even care. Put money in Black people's pockets because you put it in other people's pockets. So go ahead and pour into your community. Period. Point blank. Dot.
You're gonna see it back.
You're gonna see it back. So yeah, that's the good news. New Wave fashion show this Saturday. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. We will be there hosting the pre and post show. And then also just some locally Black-owned businesses at Penn Square Mall that y'all need to check out. Again, Draped Outfitters as well as Chic as well as Trendsetters. So had to get that in because that's some good-ass news. I love supporting local Black businesses, specifically Black businesses, but when they come from my place, my hometown, my home state.
It's people you could touch. It's different.
It's different. It just hit different. You're absolutely right. But okay, good news out the way. Baby, what we doing today?
Man, I'm excited.
I know you is.
We missed it. We was gonna hit it at the beginning of the NFL season, but we at the beginning of the NBA season.
Oh, cool.
So we gonna hit this fantasy. I call it fantasy, but
is it fantasy?
Well, we're just gonna get this power couple draft.
Okay.
We're gonna hit this power couple draft. I'm gonna put the little draft sound in right here.
There's a draft sound?
Yeah, it's a draft sound. I'm gonna put the draft sound in right here. And we're gonna roll. We're gonna pick 5 teams each, or 5 couples each. We're gonna alternate. I didn't bring a coin, so that means Alexis gets to pick first.
Period.
So Alexis is gonna get to pick first, and we'll alternate, and then we'll let y'all choose who got the best starting 5. So it's gonna be like NBA starting 5. Who got the best starting 5? Who got the best power couple? In between picks, we'll explain why we chose who we chose. But we'll start at the top and work our way down. So we'll start with our number 1 overall picks.
Yes.
And work our way to number 5. And we'll let y'all choose who we pick. We'll post a graphic after and let y'all kind of vote on who got the best pick. I'm pretty sure I'm like the Sam Presti of this power couple shit.
That's possible.
But I don't know who Alexis got cooking because we didn't share beforehand. This is all surprise.
Absolutely.
So I saw kind of what she was getting some of her resources from, but I don't know exactly where she going. And I know she don't know nothing I got going.
I don't know anything that he has going. And I also want to add that I was under the impression that we would be doing this a little bit differently. So in my mind, I thought we would have a bank of couples and we would choose from that bank. But Jeremy informed me that that's not how a draft really works. And so therefore, we're doing it a little differently. But that's okay. I'm confident in my lineup. I'm confident in the people I choose. And shoot, even if I lose, I know that these couples on my list, hey,
it's all personal preference.
We'll hold it down.
It's all personal preference. Cause I know I might have some people on my list that might not be people might normally choose, but I know that I want them on my list.
I know
Like,
that's
you can see
right.
that I'm rocking Oklahoma City jersey. She got the Shea Sharp on. I got that
Yes,
Russell
I do.
Westbrook joint on. So we rolling. We about to pick. I'm excited.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna have to cut this out. Because your shirt is showing too much of this stuff. There we go.
Hmm.
It was just tucked, and so it was like
We're gonna keep that in.
okay, but I'm saying it was like real tucked where you can see a little bit of his stomach.
Okay,
Like,
whatever.
there you go.
I mean, I'm saying we Russ. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, with the first overall pick, Alexis Coleman.
So I'm going first?
Yes.
All right. So with my first draft pick, I had to do this. I probably don't have to choose them first, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't choose this couple first. And that is Alexis Coleman and Jeremy Coleman.
Okay, that's one don't fit, but we number one power couple.
I mean, like
that's a compensatory pick. They got.
That's a what type of pick?
Compensatory.
What's that mean?
Like it's an extra pick. Sometimes they got drafts that happen like not in the regular draft.
I don't care what you're talking about. I mean, I do care what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about. But the reason why I chose Alexis and Jeremy Coleman, number one, overall.
I was gonna pick us up at the end.
Yeah, no. I had to choose us first because one, this is a relationship that I have control over. We can control the outcome of our relationship. And what I know about us as a couple is we work really hard to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be for our relationship, for our son, for our community. And if I'm going to choose any couple, I'm going to choose the home team. Like, I got to choose the home team because I know how hard we fight to make sure our relationship is what it is. And that includes going to therapy separately and together, taking parenting classes, having tough-ass conversations, supporting each other through some hard-ass shit, and really just loving each other deeply, like deeply being madly in love with each other. And while we are a powerful couple right now, I already know the sky's the limit for our relationship. So we can choose all these couples that are great right now. But what I do know is that Alexis and Jeremy Coleman is gonna be the baddest couple out there. You hear me? You hear me? This is when you choose. This is like choosing a rookie. Like this, like yeah, they got potential. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, they cool.
Upside pick. This is upside pick.
Whatever you want to call it, it's that because it's like. We may be the underdogs in comparison to the rest of people on our list, but I know for a fact we're gonna be the top dogs when it's all said and done. Ain't that right, baby?
Yeah, that's damn right.
Ain't that right, baby?
Like you said, like we might not be what you consider like a power couple in the sense of the people that we about to get into, but as far as putting in the work, ain't none of the people putting in the work like we putting in the work.
And if they are,
but we equal to them at least.
And if they are putting in the work, they probably wasn't doing it at 27, 28, whatever. We've been at this shit. So I had to choose Alexis and Jeremy Coleman overall.
Okay, first overall. All right. Who's your next? I know you picked us first, but still, it's about celebrities. We're not celebrities.
Baby.
I know, but
I'm sticking with my number one pick.
No. Because we both picked them. I wanted them too.
But I got them.
Okay, but you choose two. Come on.
So am I getting 6 couples?
Yes, you're getting 6, including us.
No, we both can't have
Alexis,
us.
Yes, come on.
No, we both can't.
Okay, you can have 6 picks and I have 5. You pick.
Period. Okay. Pick. So then I get another one?
Yes, you go again.
Oh,
I just want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying? We said celebrities. We're not celebrities yet. We're a power couple. We the cream of the crop. We're definitely the best couple popping right now. But.
So the second pick is tough.
Okay. Let me see who you got.
I don't know who I want to say.
Drop that draft sound right here. The pick is in.
Okay.
Alexis Coleman selects.
I select Michelle and Barack Obama. I know.
Ooh, that's the easy number one.
That's the easy number one.
That's who I would have went with number one overall.
Yeah, that
was number one on my list. You can't top that.
Listen, I was gonna go in another route with my second pick, because I just figured you would take this one. But now that you didn't, I'm like, you may take my
number one overall.
It doesn't matter.
They the ones. That's first lady. You can't beat that.
You just can't beat it.
She's not even no quiet first lady. She out doing her own thing. You can't beat that.
And we don't. So obviously, disclaimer. Of course, we don't know the ins and outs of these relationships and what they entail. But the reason why I had Michelle and Barack on my list is because of a number one reason. the unconditional love it appears that they show one another.
Bruh, they like goals. Like, I know y'all got a lot of celebrity couples that y'all be like goals and stuff like that. Like, we got some more of those
You would
on
have
our
thought
list.
this was your couple.
It was. You got someone on this. Like, you stole it from me. Like, I'm like, yeah, she picked the right number one overall. It's a couple other couples, but like they seem legit. Like when I see them, I'm like, that's what I want for me and Alexis. Like that shit feel like real love. All the stuff that they go through, all the stress. Like at the end of the day, you could tell that they got each other.
In addition to that, the way Michelle rides for Barack and the way Barack don't miss a chance to highlight his woman. Again, don't know what they go through personally, but baby, I need them on my home team. Like I need them on the team based on the perception that the world gets. Because the world, let the world tell it like this is bam and bang. Like they are number one supporters of each other, and I love them together. Again, based on what I know, I love their relationship, and they my number two choice outside of us. So my number one, number two.
Yeah, they the shit. Like I said, that was my number one. Easy, wasn't nobody close. That's like LeBron James. If LeBron James was in the draft or Michael Jordan was in the draft, that's like a runaway pick.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with shit with them. Like I said, you could tell that they got unconditional love for each other. You don't ever hear no nonsense out of them. They don't ever.
They just support each other.
They support each other. Their kids seem healthy. Even when their kids is going through kid stuff, it seems like they do healthy things. They got their individual endeavors. They still they still seem like individuals, but also together. It's just a beautiful thing. Like if I chose, I don't want to ever be president, but if I chose something for me and Alexis to be and to aspire, I'm like Michelle and Barack Obama is like, that's it.
It's they love. It's they love for me. Like again, the way he just compliments her and the way she supports him. It's like this ride or die type of relationship that I stand. So
okay, that's a good pick. I'll give you a high five.
Okay.
No,
that was a
no
whack.
complaints out of me. Yeah.
Wait, why is that whack again?
No complaints out of me. Yeah, might be me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go number two. I'm gonna go Oprah and Stedman. They're not married. They're not married. They agreed to be in a spiritual partnership, so they committed to each other. They've been together over 36 years. I mean, money bags.
Money bags.
You know what I'm saying?
Money bags.
You don't ever hear any drama out of their situation. I feel like they've been together so long. Oprah is her own thing, but you don't know Oprah without Stedman. You like Stedman is you ain't
well, you do know Oprah without Stedman.
Well,
Let's not
but
say
I'm saying
that.
It's been 36 years. You know that Stedman is there. Stedman is supportive.
Okay,
he there.
But you know Oprah without Stedman.
Okay, yes, you know Oprah without Stedman.
Thank
but
you.
You also
because she's a movement by herself.
As long as we've been alive,
and she's a force by herself.
Correct.
Thank you.
As long as we've been alive, there hasn't been no Oprah without Stedman.
Okay.
As long as we've been alive.
Fair.
So I think that's a power couple alone because 36 years. Is that what I said? 36 years?
Yeah, it's been 36.
36
they on my
years.
list.
Yeah, 36 years. You can't really. 36 years is 36 years. And I think it's cool that they chose not to get married. Now, I agree with marriage, but also they saying like, look, we could be this without this title on us. Like Oprah is a queen by herself. I think that's awesome. She's a queen by herself. Stedman is an educator and he's an author. He does his own stuff on his side. You know, he had his life before Oprah. But I think like when you think of black couples that have been together for a long time, Oprah and Stedman is up there. You know,
you know
Stedman go through a lot and he's still there. Because Stedman be getting his shit talked about him like, because they talk about him like he the bitch. Excuse my language. You see what I'm saying? Like,
no, what I will say though is Oprah and Stedman were on my list as well. And the main thing about their relationship that I was like, they deserve a seat at the table or a seat on my team and on my bench. Or not my bench, but on my starting five. Simply because of the partnership thing. I don't know if you read this, but he proposed to Oprah.
He proposed. She said no.
He proposed to Oprah. She said no. They just go. Well, she didn't say no. She agreed to it, but they called it off a year later and said, let's just agree to the spiritual partnership.
Yep.
And when I saw that, I'm like, that's real love right there.
Yeah, you don't got to.
Because a lot of times ego gets in the way, especially for men. No shade, but ego gets in the way where it's like, well, if I can't have you, I can't marry you. Then bye deuces. It's like, no, I love you so much that you're right. Or I shouldn't say that he said it. She said we don't know, but I know that they said we love each other so much that we don't need this or that. We know what we got, and they've been having what they got for, like you said, 36 years. So I thought that was dope.
36 years is a long time. Even if you just date, I don't care if they had all kinds of other stuff. 36 years is 36 years.
36 years is 36 years. So are you going again, or do I go?
You go. We're not going to do a snake. We're going back and forth.
Okay. So with my number 2/3 pick, it's so tough because I got a list. I got a long list.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all may beat me up for this one.
Ooh, she gonna surprise people?
No, it ain't gonna be really a surprise, but a little bit.
All right, then I know where you going. Where you going?
I'm gonna go Beyonce
I knew she was going there.
and Jay-Z.
She cleaning up. She going down my little list. She killing.
I'm gonna go Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now hear me out.
Her first 2 picks, she might just just take it to the chip.
Hear me out.
I got you.
I'm going Beyonce and Jay-Z because one of the biggest parts of being in a relationship is forgiveness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying like you be forgiven cheating or whatever.
Marriage is marriage. Look, it ain't perfect.
But like, there are gonna be times where you want to dot people's I's and cross their T's.
Mm-hmm.
When I say people, I mean your partners. Just because you're growing together. And it's not linear, it's not something that happens easily. In those situations, your partner may do something that really gets to you that will require you to forgive them and vice versa. Like you're gonna do some stuff that may require your partner to be really upset, but will require a certain level of forgiveness. And so for the level of forgiveness that existed in that relationship alone, that we know about, I had to go Beyonce and Jay-Z, in addition to the money bags.
Money bags. That
in
matters.
addition
That
to
matters.
the money bags.
That matters.
Okay.
Power couple. They movements on their own.
They movements by themselves, but they are forces when they are together.
They can't move. Yeah.
They can't move without.
Hey, shout out to they got 3 kids. Shout out Blue. Shout out.
I mean,
what's the other kid's name?
A lot of people,
Sir
and Rumi. Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't put them on there due to the whatever, but they still hold a number 2, 3 spot for my list.
The fact that they worked through that and is as strong as ever is that matters to me.
That matters
Not that
to
I'm
me.
looking to do nothing like that, but it's like, look, that's the part. That's to be able to survive that.
Absolutely.
That means you got a unit that's stronger than average.
Absolutely, because I remember we talked about this, like deal breakers and things that we don't know what we can. Well, I think I might have said it, but like I don't know what I can get through, whatever. But it's like not knowing what you can get through, and then actually, because maybe they started their relationship like I know cheating is a deal breaker, but then he cheated, and then she's like, okay, we can maybe work through this. Like to me, that
they made a bag off the affair. You hear me? Like, and how much they worked through it and how they got through it. Like, not only did they have they go through it, but they made a bag off of their trials and tribulations.
And what was it about it? The transparency. And y'all know one thing. And again, they didn't even tell us all the things, which I ain't mad at them about. But like
long hair, all we got.
One of the biggest things about Jeremy and I's relationship is being authentically ourselves and transparent. So again, I just had to choose the Carters.
Hey, that's a good pick.
It's my number 2/3.
She going down my list. She tearing my draft apart. I should have flipped the coin.
It's okay, baby.
She got my top 2. Them Jay-Z. Well, Oprah was of course, but Jay-Z and the Brock. Like I feel like that's a hard matchup to go against. That's like
who you got next?
Okay, next up, this is hard because now we.
So for the number 2 pick.
For my number 2 pick, the number 4 overall.
Oh yeah, thank you. I don't know how to.
I think I'm gonna have to go with LeBron and Savannah James.
Okay. I'm not mad about it.
They, Savannah kind of quiet. You don't hear a lot from her, but when I think of them together, I look at them like, damn, like that's amazing. You don't hear nothing bad out of their camp. They got their 3 kids. You got Bronny, Bryce, and Zuri. You got LeBron. They've been high school sweethearts. They've been together since high school. They got married in I think 2013. Let me look at my notes. They got married in 2013. They've been together since 2002, but they got married in 2013, which matters. They've been married 9 years. But just like you don't hear no mess out of their camp. You don't hear nothing.
Well, until recently.
What you hear?
It was all over the block. I say all over the block. They was trying to say some stuff. I don't
whatever.
I don't agree with it, but I don't know
we can't substantiate it. But I think that's a beautiful family. I think they built 100% strong. They got decent kids. I just think like, LeBron is the face, but you could tell Savannah is kind of the base. Like she take care of all of that. So LeBron and Savannah is my number 2 pick, our number 4 overall. I think that's the James family. I look at that. That's another family I look at and it's like, look, like it ain't no mess. It ain't no, you don't see too much shade room out of that family.
Facts.
Yeah, I love it.
They were definitely on my list as a contender. So I knew they would be coming soon. I love the James family as well. Like you said, not a lot of mess comes out of that camp. She seems like a very supportive wife. He seems like a good husband. So that's a good pick.
Yeah, and I think it matters like how big a platform you are and are able to keep the noise out. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like LeBron is the biggest NBA players in our lifetime. Like I mean, Michael Jordan was at the beginning of our lifetime, but he was phasing out. But to be such a big person, one of the biggest people in sports, one of the biggest people in media, you don't have a bunch of junk coming at you. I think that's awesome.
I don't disagree with you.
Because it's easy, like in the era of social media and stuff like that, like people got stuff coming out. You know, we got Tristan Thompson's out here. Meanwhile, LeBron and
Tristan Thompson just don't give a damn.
he don't care. Yeah, he don't care.
He made my stomach hurt.
He don't care. Yeah.
That man made my stomach
But you know, so I want to give LeBron a shout out, and I'm not even a super big LeBron fan, but as far as his family unit is concerned, he always there for his boys. Whenever he there, you see Savannah there. You see Savannah like since high school, since 02, I think that's what I said. Like that's hard to do. You know what I mean? Me and Alexis been rocking since 2014. And I'm like, dang, they got a 12-year jump on us, and they still rocking. So shout out to them, salute to them for being role models too.
Facts.
Who you got, babe? Who your third pick? Number 5 overall.
Number 5 overall.
Yeah, Old to Black Hub Power Couple Draft.
My third pick, and this was a tough one.
Don't steal nobody from me, please.
But I'm gonna take Samuel Jackson.
Hey.
And LaTanya Jackson.
They've been together for a minute.
Jackson. I almost called Johnson.
You know how long they've been together? I didn't get the stats on him.
They've been together.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't know how long they've been together, but I know they've been together since before his career took off. So I know a little history about them. She lived in New York. I think she was in New York for school. Y'all can fact check this because I'm not certain, but I know he moved out there. They ended up living together. And he was auditioning for roles, and Mr. Sammy J slipped up and got him some dope, and she stuck beside him through it, and not like, oh, he's on dope pat his back, but made him go through recovery and through treatment. He started to land bigger roles, and his sobriety has been really big for him. So he is sober. I think he's been sober for at least 30 years, I want to say since the 90s. But she supported him through that time. And the reason why I chose that couple simply is because the obvious. Support me through my downfall.
Ups and my downs, yeah.
Supporting each other through the ups and the downs. And being there through it being there to get them through it. So like for LaTanya, I think it's LaTanya, but for her specifically, she was an actress as well. So he was an actor, she was an actress, and then they ended up having kids and just all the things. But she supported him through his career, through his sobriety, and for that reason but for that plus other reasons, their long-lasting relationship and marriage, I had to have them on my list because again,
I love that.
Through my downfalls, through your downfalls, I want us to still be able to stick it out and get through it. And so if you have a relationship that can upstand one of the 3 A's, abuse, addiction, and adultery, then I think that's a strong relationship.
No, I definitely agree because like that kind of stuff shows you like marriage is not perfect, but you gotta have a person that's gonna be there with you no matter what.
Yeah.
And if you, as long as you're willing to work on yourself and move past that downfall.
Number one.
So I think I got a few people that I don't want to like spoil it, you know what I mean? But I got my own people on that list that's there for that specific reason. Because like, if you could work through the times that's good and bad, that's amazing. Like everybody can be good when it's good. But can you be there when times are bad?
Yeah.
And I think that's what you can see in a lot of older couples that have been together for a while. It's like
that's a big test.
Yeah, like a lot of times you'll hear the people like, we didn't think we were gonna make it, but we toughed it out and we decided to stay together and we chose to make it. So that kind of couple that's.
And for no reason, or what we're not saying is relationship needs adversity to be successful. Absolutely not. But when a relationship does experience adversity, especially like addiction, or adultery, that makes it really hard to stay together. So, like you said, if the person who committed whatever it is can work on themselves and change, and the person who didn't do it can forgive and love like the Most High did, I can't do nothing but stand. I can't do nothing but stand for it. So, They're on my list. Who's your number?
All right, what's your number 6 overall pick? I'm choosing to take Denzel and Pauline Washington.
Hey, okay.
I'm in the same realm. They met on a movie set. What did I say? You know, like in 1977. And they've been together. They've been married 38 years. There was a time, I want to say in the 2000s, where they thought about separating and they chose to work it out. Denzel, they thought it was about him having an affair or something. He came out and said that it wasn't about an affair, but they chose to work past that. They got 4 kids. Like being the guy, like the guy that all women,
fine too.
being all the guy that women, you know, seek after. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the guy that everybody said, like, oh, Denzel is the man, and he chose.
I mean, he had the lady.
He chose to stick. He could have had the lady. He had the lady. It's been 30 years.
You're right. I mean, he had the ladies fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He chose to forego all of that and stick with his lady for over 38 years. He got 4 children. And I think that's just so beautiful to be so high. You know what I'm saying? He is the guy in Hollywood, especially when you think of black men. But even when you forego black men, I think Denzel was like the guy in Hollywood.
The ladies thought he was fine.
Yeah, he had.
He is fine.
He was it. He still is it. You know what? He is the standard. And he chose to stick with his lady. He's choosing to stick with his lady over 38 years. Like I said, they met on a movie set in 1977. We in 2022 right now. And he's choosing to rock it out with his lady. So I wanted to put them on my list because not only is he the king of Hollywood, he chose to make her his queen of Hollywood and rock like that. She not even, you know what I'm saying? Like you might not even know who she is, but they were rocking for 38 years. That's almost 40 years. You know what I'm saying? They precede us by 10 years since they've been married. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I love it. I'm with you. It was on my list, or they was on my contingency list. Like, I got a list of 10 couples depending on who's every pick. I just kind of go with my next in line. So I'm with that. So I'm at my number 4/5.
Yeah, you're in 4th. So let's run it down. Where we at now? You have who's your into?
So
not including us. We at the top. Nobody compares. It's like not fair.
I don't like that you taking mine.
It's not fair.
Okay, whatever. So my number 1 was Michelle and Barack. My number 2 was Beyonce and Jay. My number 3 was Samuel Jackson and Latanya Jackson.
Okay. So who's number 4?
So for my number 4 pick, and y'all really gonna kick my ass for this one.
I might be happy because my team might be good.
I'm gonna have to take, for one reason, or for one big reason alone, I'm gonna have to take Gabrielle Union and Dwayne.
They was on my contingency list for sure. Like, say why, but that was one of my reasons why. Like, they done been through some stuff. They done been through some stuff and they sticking it out.
Not only have they been through some stuff, I admire people who love their kids.
Yeah, that's on my list. I had them on my list too, and I had like how they supporting Zaya. And
that baby, let me talk.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
I thought they were supposed to be on my team. I thought I was gonna get them late.
Okay, like I'm like trying to tell why you just like saying stuff. Just the drinks. Anyway, no, I don't really got much to say. I just wanted a chance to speak. But mainly again, just the love that they have for their children, specifically Zaya, in their support. A lot of times people, I see it all the time on social media. Like, hell no, they bad parents, they this, they that, they this, they that. But like, what I personally see is just unconditional ass love. No matter what they believe, no matter what they feel, my child is going through this, or my child is this, and I love them anyway. I support them anyway. And for that reason alone, I'm adding them to my list because I aspire to love my child unconditionally. I aspire to pour into my child. I aspire to create the most beneficial and positive and loving and supportive and a little bit challenging, just out of making my son the best he can be. But I aspire to just be that for my kids. And so I added them to my list again. I know I'm gonna get flack for that. That's okay. I just, again, the amount of love I feel like they have for their children gives it a spot on my list.
Not only that. Like I thought that was a huge, like you said, just showing unconditional love. You might not also always agree with what your children got going on, but to support them is huge.
And love them anyway.
I wanted to say, like, when they chose to take that break and D-Wade had that child outside of their relationship and that she chose to continue on in their relationship and stuff like that and working through that, I think that's huge. Like, I don't want to, again, we don't want to just sit here and celebrate adultery or nothing. They was broken up or whatever, but the fact that she chose to love him through that situation anyway instead of saying, I'm not dealing with that, because she got her own stuff that's going on. I think that's another, some might see it as a negative, but I think that it's a positive that love overruled whatever they had going on in that situation.
So the only reason why I didn't bring that up is because I've heard mixed reviews on how she treat that baby.
Okay, I didn't look that deep into that. And I'm hoping that she don't treat the baby
I'm sure she don't, but I'm just like, I don't want to speak on nothing that I don't know about.
Hopefully she don't treat the baby bad, but you still trust to love your baby.
Period, yeah.
Or whatever. Like I said, I didn't look that deep into that situation, which maybe I should have. Luckily, that on my team. That's a drama she gotta deal with. That's a drama she gotta deal with. That's not some drama I gotta deal with.
Facts.
But I think that's, it's something she had to look past and go through and deal with. So, shout out to the Wades.
So who's your
okay, I'm gonna run down my team so far. I got Oprah and Stedman as my pick. Then I have who did I pick second?
You got Oprah and Stedman, Denzel. No, that's
LeBron and Savannah James, and then I had Denzel and Paulina. And so those are my top three. I'm on fourth pick. And I want to get in here because I don't want Alexa to steal it, and she might not steal it. But this is one of those picks where you're like, I want to get in just in case. I've been hearing rumors swirling. You know what I mean? All kinds of rumors are swirling. I got to get in. I want to get Viola Davis. That's my queen. Viola, my queen. I'll say it again. Alexis knows. Viola's my queen. I'm a big fan.
Well, you ain't got to keep calling her queen. I'm your queen.
You're my queen, but you know, like my celebrity queen.
Okay.
You know, not my real world queen. Viola Davis and her husband Julius Tennant. Those are people that were high on my list. I thought it was beautiful. I heard them do a podcast not that long ago. I probably listened to it about a year ago. They got married 19 years ago, but before they got married, Viola mentioned that she was really, really lonely. She said she felt like she wasn't lovable and stuff like that until she met him. And then they met each other and fell in love on a movie set or a TV show. It was some show based in Los Angeles. It might have been a medical show. It doesn't have anything to do with what I'm saying. But they fell in love and been married ever since. They adopted a daughter. She's 12 now in Genesis. And I just think that their relationship is beautiful. Like I said, I listened to them on a podcast. And I was like, wow. You know, like she said she was praying to God for a partner. And he came along. She felt like she was just alone. You know, she was dealing with some depression and stuff. She was alone. She was praying to God for a partner. And then he came along. And they've been rocking ever since. Like I said, 19 years. Alexa know how I feel about Viola Davis.
Yeah,
like,
you love her.
I feel like that's my mom. That's my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, anything she got going on, she got going on, I support. So I wanted to make sure, I would hate for her not to
do my team. But you still ain't took me to see him, you know?
We need to go see that. I apologize, Mama. No, but I'm a super fan of Viola Davis. I really, anytime I see her pop on the screen, I'm like, babe.
That's my
girl. So, shout out to y'all. Like I said, even if I reach for the pick, I know I want her to be a part of my team's culture. And we're going to build a strong team going forward. So, shout out to y'all.
Okay. Again, she was definitely on my contingency list. So, I'm not mad about it.
And he's an actor too. Actually, I wanted to mention that they have their own production company.
Oh.
Let me look at the name before I say it wrong. Juvie. Juvee. They got their own production company, and he's a part of that too. So I want to look like he's just some side piece. He was an actor too, and he's also a part of their production company. So shout out to him.
Okay. I'm not mad about it.
Who you got? This is your final pick, right?
Yes, this
is your final pick with Alexis. With team
and this
Alexis.
Gonna say a lot about me. It's gonna say a lot about me.
Oh Lord.
There are a lot of people that I could choose.
It is.
Like, this on my list.
A lot of people. This is really the hardest pick.
This is hard.
This is probably the hardest pick.
Because there's a good amount of people that's on my list. But I'm trying to diversify my team. I want them to bring talents that I don't already have, reasonings that I don't already have. And for that alone, I keep saying for that alone, but for that reason, for my 5th and last and final draft pick, I'm gonna have to go Issa Rae in her mystery man. In her mystery man.
Hey, she got one that wasn't on my draft board, but shit, for that reason alone, mystery man.
Okay, so his name is Louis Dane, or I don't know how to pronounce it because he's a mystery man.
Mystery man.
He's a mystery man. And the reason why I got Issa Rae and Louis Dion, or whatever his name is, is because the mysterious component of the relationship. Let me talk. Because baby, honey, what? Issa said, oh, I didn't get married, I just did a photo shoot. Meanwhile, got a whole goddamn husband at home. And guess what? Mr. Husband, sir, is not worried about that.
He ain't even posted nothing.
He don't give a damn.
He ain't posted nothing.
Because he know what's his.
Yeah,
and if me and you didn't have this podcast together, oh my gosh, I could just see. Well, I love showing I shouldn't say show my husband off because it's not about that. But I don't mind broadcasting our relationship. But if I wanted to keep that, if I was famous and I wanted to keep that part private, having a man that is okay with that would be hard to find. Ego starts to get in the way. A lot of things may start to kind of cloud your judgment and feel bad about it. And I ain't saying that that's not what they go through. But again, from the outside looking in, Issa got a mystery man and she's happy as hell. He's happy as hell that he got married. But nobody really knows what's going on in that relationship. No. And I stand for that reason alone. I want somebody, again, if I was in that situation, but I want my team to be full of people with different realities, and I feel like they bring something to my list that I didn't have, which is this mysterious component. This, you don't really know what's going on. You don't even know if we together, but you do know we together. Like, I stand.
No, I think that's like half of my list. A lot of my list got one super big person, and then they got a person that's holding it down. And the fact that he's choosing to hold it down and being in a...
But he held it down in a different way.
They got married in 2021?
Yes.
2020, whatever. They got married in a time where social media is social media, and he been really just low-key.
Low-key.
To have somebody that's such high profile and you just holding it down like, I don't want none of that fame. I just want to support my lady. I want to get married to my lady. And I ain't got to catch none of that fame. Like, that's big.
Especially somebody who is like, she know y'all got married. The world know y'all got married. But she ain't saying that
she ain't posting you. Like, that's a big deal. Like, to be posted, like, some people gotta be posted.
What?
And to not be posted or her not to put you on is like...
To not even really mention anything about y'all's relationship, to keep it sacred and private, like, I stand. I do think parts of every relationship should be sacred and private. I share a lot about my relationship, but there are definitely components of our relationship that I don't share. And so just to see that atmosphere, I'm like, that's a power couple right there. Yeah, they're fresh, they're new, but like, that's powerful to me.
No, yeah.
So
I like that thing.
That's my, it was hard. Like I said, I got a list of people on here, but I had to go with him. I had to.
Alright, this is one of the pick where it's like, my pick is like, I really like don't want to pick them, but like the talent is there.
I already know who you going.
Talent is there.
I know who you going with.
Like, you gotta pick talent sometimes.
Can we say it together?
Who you got?
No, let me see if I know.
I got a build up. So
okay. When you're about to say it, can we say it together?
Here, say my answer. I can see you. No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm wrong.
They could be an honorable mention. They come up to a lot right now, so I can't pick them. But
okay,
it's one of them. They Mr. Corny himself, Mr. Unlimited, Mrs. Goodies. You know, Russell.
Why Unlimited?
I had to put the video in here right here.
Hey guys, Russell here. Yes, the typical boring, yes, Russell, the robot Russell, the one you guys love to know. Real exciting. You know, I'm real exciting. But anyways, everybody has to have an alter ego, right? And I've been thinking about what my alter ego would be, and I think I have an alter ego. His name's Mr. Unlimited. You gotta be unlimited. You know, you gotta have a thought process of being unlimited. So when people ask you, you know, what you're thinking about or what you want to do in life or where you want to go, you gotta be unlimited.
and Mrs. Goody said, shut up.
My goodies, not my goodies.
Russell and Sierra.
Yeah, they're on my list.
They was hard for me to put in because they just so damn corny. But that's kind of what marriage is. That's kind of what marriage is. Sometimes you gotta be corny for your partner, and that's just what they do. You know what I mean? But that's a whole lot of what they got going on, and I can respect it. As much as I think it's corny as hell, I'm like, they letting their love be out there.
You know what's cornier than that relationship?
What's up?
I'm sorry, sis, but Sierra's music nowadays. Sorry. Alright, my bad.
But
them new songs she been dropping that hurt my stomach.
I don't listen to them. But Russell bought her masters, so she getting her bread off of all her old stuff.
And that's why they're power couple, right there.
You know what I mean? Russell always putting her on. Anytime you see him out at the ESPYs or whatever, Sierra is right there. And I can respect that. I think that's huge. I think as much as I think that Russell Wilson is corny, I think sometimes you gotta be corny for your partner. I do a podcast with my wife. That's corny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? She looking like, what? But yeah, most dudes would think that's corny as hell. But you know what I'm saying?
What's corny about it? See, that's the thing. I don't think Russell was corny.
Well, that's because you with me.
A corny fella.
But yeah, so I think a lot of stuff
I'll take corny.
I think a lot of stuff they do could be considered corny, but sometimes being married is corny, whatever you want to call it. But being happy and corny is better than being miserable and single or whatever. So shout out.
I ain't corny, I'm cool as hell.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you're lonely as hell.
So shout out to them.
That's
shout out to them. I have to make sure we're at them. So that's my final pick. You got some honorable mentions? I think I want to throw some.
Well, first, before we give our honorable mentions, can we just restate our draft?
So, Alexis's top 5.
So my top 5, not including Jeremy and Alexis Coleman, or Alexis and Jeremy Coleman. We got Michelle and Laurent.
Mm-hmm.
We got B and J. We got Sammy J and LaTanya Jackson.
Yeah.
We got Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade.
Yes, sir.
And we got Issa Rae and Louise D. Lewis, Mystery Man.
Yep.
Issa Rae and Mystery Man.
Yep.
And that's my top 5.
Okay, that's
Top 5.
That's a good 5. You know, that can get you to
Yeah, come on.
That can get you to the finals.
Yeah.
Okay, my top 5 is Oprah and Stanley, 36 years. Don't forget that.
Okay.
And then we have LeBron and Savannah James.
That's solid.
You know what I'm saying? Not only do that is it them, but they got their children that's going on. Then I got Viola Davis and Julius. You know what I'm saying?
You got a pretty solid list.
I got a solid list. Then I got Russell and Sierra Wilson.
Maybe I only heard 4. You said Denzel?
Oh, sorry, Denzel. Mr. Denzel. I apologize. Mr. Hollywood himself.
Y'all, these ain't bad lists.
Denzel and Holly. I want to make sure I got a name.
These ain't bad lists. So I really want to know who y'all think got the best.
We're going to put a graphic up. Y'all make sure y'all go vote on the graphic. We're going to post it on the YouTube and on the Instagram. So y'all make sure y'all go vote who got the best top 5. And if we missed anybody, make sure y'all have them.
Absolutely. So we got our honorable mentions.
Yeah, I got. You want to go with honorable mention first?
Yes. So a close on my list was Will and Jada.
Yeah. They've been going through a lot.
They've been going through a lot recently. But guess what?
They still together.
Look like they still been trucking. So they was an honorable mention for me.
Let me get out of here.
Okay, go ahead.
I got Russell and Nina Westbrook.
Facts.
I got Russell's jersey on, but just being from Oklahoma City, seeing them two together, and she always supporting them. She don't be going crazy on social media, but she be having her business ventures, and he's always there, and they seem like a tight family unit. And every time I see them, I just think it's just a beautiful.
Look like pure love.
Pure love, yeah. Sure. She trying to get nothing out of it.
It look like he happy and don't look, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
My second, and I think it's my last honorable mention because people are on your list that were on my list, is Angela Bassett and Courtney B.
That's my last one.
Yeah.
That's one that you wouldn't know if you don't be paying attention.
Because you know him.
You know him.
And you know her. But then seeing them together.
He played Johnny Carter, OJ.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and he played Preacher's Daughter. I think he was the dad, the preacher.
Possibly, I don't know that.
But regardless, if you look him up, and him and Angela Bassett been rocking.
But you know Angela Bassett because Big Wheels keep on turning.
They've been married for 24 years.
Because Big Wheels keep on turning.
Yeah. Turn it.
I wish I had Angela Bassett horns. I ain't getting
And
that,
so
but I
that's
wish
the
I would.
baddie. And all that she get. No, I'm not trying to hit on her.
No, but facts. I'm looking like that, but it's like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like offensive.
Because how you aging, but your body is not.
Yeah,
but you know what she says? Because she eats her rice and cabbage. No, she says she eats her fruits and vegetables. She just takes care. I'll make that tonight. No, but she really take care of herself. And that's really the recipe, just taking care of your goddamn self. But anyway, yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
No, and I want to state, like, we named all these celebrities and stuff like that, but, you know, a lot of the power couples be riding a community. A lot of power couples be riding a community, and I think that's, like...
Because it took everything in me not to add Mariah and Trail to my list.
Mariah and Trail, you know.
Carmen and X to my list. D and Darius to my list. Tiana and Chris to my list.
Or just, like, you know, older couples, like, even my grandparents, they've been together for over 42 years.
The Loves. Mr. and Mrs. Cain.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Cain. Like, all these people, these is, like, really, like, power couples.
Power couple.
Like,
what's the Pinky parents' name?
The Williams.
The Williams. Like, it took everything in me not to add these people to my
these
list.
are your power couples in your community. These are the people that you truly should be. I mean, it's easy to look at the celebrity power couples, but reaching out to the power couples that's in your community is huge. Because I feel like those are people that's going through the same stuff that you're going through, and it's not easy. I don't care if you.
And they
gotta be hard. Yeah, they tangible, and it don't gotta be
gosh.
hard. It don't gotta be hard just because you're a celebrity. Like being married in general is hard, and those people choose to fight through it. And I love it.
Yeah, no, I love that you said that because I mentioned that those people are tangible, but like you can learn from these people. These people, most of the people that we mentioned, wouldn't mind sharing some of their experiences with you, and just really putting you up on game. Like, yeah, we went through this is that, but here we are now. So
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at the people you can reach out to and say, hey, I love what you guys going on. I would just like to ask a couple questions. And people want to share.
Open books, facts.
People want to share, and I think that's our experience going through this would be.
Melvin and Miranda.
They can rock.
Melvin and Miranda, Jasmine and Brandon.
Yeah. People can rock from nothing. So, like I said, to find a partner is not easy. And those people are power couples too.
Bringing in it's lots. Yeah, we can go on and on and on and on and on about the powerful couples this within our community. But if you're watching this, think about the powerful black couples in your community. Reach out to them, tell them you love them, tell them you love what they're doing. Because marriage, like Jeremy was saying, is not easy. But it's rewarding, it's worth it. I don't when people say, oh, marriage is hard, like some people like, no, it's not. Like, it's not that hard. And it's like, I feel that on one hand, but on the other hand, like, two people coming together to become one is hard. I don't care how you slice the pie. It's going to be difficult because you got that person's life experiences and you got the other person's life experiences and you create one life together to, you know, have children, all these different things. And that's going to come with some challenges. So, kudos to the people that are in our community and then love on the people that's in your community.
Yeah, so not only do we want you to add your power couples that you feel like you missed out on, celebrity power couples, but if you want to add some people in your community, go ahead and add them.
Absolutely.
Because I want them to know, and maybe we can have them on the podcast and stuff like that.
Yes.
Because I think black love in general should be highlighted. I don't care what level, whether it's small or on the national level. Like, we should highlight black love because that's how we grow our community. So shout out to everybody that we named today. Y'all, anybody we named today has had an impact on me and Alexis' relationship and how we choose together. And I'm happy to say that I got. How we grow together?
Let's say choose together.
I probably did. Like I said, mimosas. But I'm just happy to know that I got my own power couple going. And, you know what I'm saying? We just 4 years in. We're just 4 years in, but we're gonna be, before we know it, we're gonna be on this. You know, you already added this to the list, but other people are gonna be adding this to the list before we know it. So I'm just happy to be.
Well, even when I posted on Instagram, somebody said, shout out to my man. She said, Leck and Germ. And I said, baby, we on the list. You show right about it. Because, we work hard to be who we are. And I love that. So I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Okay. Well, the episode ain't over. We got some things we got to get through.
Yeah, we got the salty and sweet. I don't know if I got no salty and sweet. I think I just got some sweet. I think I got some sweet.
I got some sweet for sure. So I'll go first.
Okay.
The sweet for this week, and this is kind of going to get a little deep, but it is what it is. So my sweet this week is twofold. So October 24, 2009 is when my dad passed away. And so that just passed for 2022. So it's been 13 years since my dad passed away. Obviously, Jeremy did not have a chance to meet him. Noah did not have a chance to meet him. So this week is really just like and I don't want to say rough because I'm aware of it and I kind of try to process my emotions better, but like it brings up feelings. How about that? It brings up feelings. And last Sunday, when after we recorded the last episode, I just kind of felt some feelings, and Jeremy allowed me to feel those feelings. And then maybe related, maybe not. I talked to my therapist about it, but Friday I started to have a panic attack, for lack of better words. I don't know if it was exactly a panic attack, but it was on the board, it was borderline panic attack. Like, it didn't get as bad as it has gotten in the past, but it did kind of start to come up. And Jeremy really helped me process through that. I was getting there, and I called my husband, and I just let him know what was going on with me, and I was crying, and he was just there to just help me get through that. And a lot of times, like when I was having those experiences, I would get through them on my own, like growing up and in college and stuff like that. Like I would really get through those things on my own, but like without a shadow of a doubt, I was going through that, and I knew I could call my husband. And when I called him, he met me with, this is getting emotional, but he met me with sweetness and tenderness and just love and support and encouragement that allowed me to get through the moment and through the day. And so I just was like, damn, like this is marriage, this is love. And I just truly appreciated you for taking the time to love me through that, and just really like be the sweetness and the tenderness that I needed to persevere in that moment.
Oh, I'm glad you can see that. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not comfortable.
No.
Because like you said, we're working through something that you don't even know. Like it's just we're working through an unknown. It's like a mist.
Yeah.
And we gotta walk through it together and hold hands. And it's like, I don't know how to fix this situation for you, but all I can do is hold your hand and try to help you get to the other side of this situation. So I'm glad that you appreciate that, because like you said, it's weird. I don't want to say it's like whack or anything, but it's just weird.
It's just fucking
weird.
nuts.
Yeah, it's just weird, and we've been dealing with it for, I want to say, a couple of years now, and it's just like, I know that you're working on it, and that's all I can ask is that you work on it, and we work through it together, and hopefully, we get to the other side of it, and once we get to the other side of it, we can come on here and sit down and say,
talk about it.
We triumphed. You know what I'm saying? We triumphed. We beat that, or whatever, that mental hurdle. So, I just want you to know that I'm always going to be there for you, no matter how inconvenient it is, or how weird that it is. You know what I mean? It's just like, because we both know that it's something that you can overcome, but, as long as that I know that you want to and that you're willing to work towards it, I'm always going to be there. I'm always going to be understanding, because I know that if you wanted to hop that hurdle, and if it's easy for you to hop that hurdle, you would.
Facts.
And the fact that it isn't, I can understand that it isn't, because it's not some hurdle that you just want to be in the way.
Yeah.
You want to hop that hurdle. So, I love you, and I'm always going to be there with you. No matter what, that's what marriage is, right? So, we're going to continue to keep fighting through it, and we're going to make it. I can't wait till we come on here today and say, like, it's been a long journey. We're going to make it.
Yes, thank you. It's getting super sweet over here.
Okay. I'll give it sweet, and then I'll let you finish on the salty.
I ain't got no salty.
Okay, cool. My sweet is, I got a lot of sweets. Alexis has been great this past couple weeks, because we didn't do sweet and salty the last couple weeks.
Oh.
But I've been dealing with a lot personally, as far as like really financial, but even just like a lot personally. I went through kind of loss, not as a person, but like financial security is a huge thing for myself.
I'm like a loss.
Yeah, right. It is kind of a loss.
It is.
It's been there the whole time we've been together. Anyway, I guess I'll talk about it. My car finally it didn't break down, but it became unreliable. So I had to kind of retire my old car and get a new car. I really did want a new car payment and stuff like that, and I feel like, I've been having this control thing where I just really want to be financially stable, and adding a car payment is not something I really want to do. Alexis has been there and supported me through this whole time, which is letting me know that it's going to be okay. Like, even though I know that it's going to be okay, I've been having this hard time because I've been having this control issue. But she's been there this whole time, like, it's going to be okay, like, it's going to be all right. And just kind of not even saying anything negative this whole time. She hasn't had one negative thing to say. She feel like it's not bad at all. And, she feel like it's not bad at all. Meanwhile, I'm like, this is the end of the world. I have a car payment, another car payment.
Yeah.
We have 2 car payments at once. We never have 2 car payments at once. That kind of stuff. And she's like, it's going to be good. So I just want to say thank you, just because like you could have compounded on my negative thoughts, but you.
Oh my God, man, you gotta get a new car.
But you never compounded.
Do what you want, baby, ball out.
You let me go get whatever I want. I didn't go get nothing crazy, but you said whatever you want to get, you can get, and we'll be okay. And I really just want to say thank you, because that has been consistent, because that's just something that I worried about since the time that it came, and you've been consistent saying like, it's gonna be okay, babe, like, we're good, like, I'm not worried about that. So as long as I have you, you really be like, as long as we have each other, we'll be okay. And
period.
A lot of people don't have that.
We can live in the wrath. No, we can't, but we could.
We could, but as long as we have each other.
And I'm Kobe got some bedroom. Like, I ain't, would it be optimal? Absolutely not. But would I be like, oh my gosh, my husband's less of a man? Absolutely not. Like, as long as I got my baby and my son.
And like I said, we good.
We live in the bus.
It's been something that's really been bothering me. Like, we can still pay our bills. We still got extra.
Easily.
Yeah, we still got extra. But it's something that I'm like, I just want super financial security for my family. And I'm sure some people out there can relate.
Yeah.
But
you want the extra money to be all the extra money, not spent on anything else.
So I just want to say thank you for being that support for me and helping me as I get through this time where I feel uneasy and stuff like that. You've been my steady rock, so I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Okay, so I do got a salty. It's not a real salty, but it's just funny. It's something funny I want to talk about. Salty for me is when you said you was going to school and went to a sexy haunted house. I'm sorry, that shit was funny.
I guess I'll pay y'all in. Like, I'm still going through undergraduate, and I go to class on campus on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Tell me how you call me.
My professor.
Add it all in there.
Okay, my professor, she decided that she's over like the women's, and they call it BGLTQ plus instead of LGBTQ plus. On UCO's campus. I go to University of Central.
Okay, now you ain't gotta tell people where you get it.
They know I live in Oklahoma, whatever.
Okay, but they don't gotta know which college.
They ain't no fun. But regardless, she's over that department, and so they had a sexy haunted house. It's about like sexual education and inclusion, empowerment and stuff like that. So I got the class late on Monday. This was on Wednesday. Then we did the thing. I got the class late on Monday.
The Monday before.
Mm-hmm. And she's, you didn't miss anything. We just sexy haunted house. It won't be anything crazy. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like, whatever. I'm like, that's where we're gonna meet with class, and we got class here afterwards. Cool. So I meet there, and I'm like, oh god damn. So I'm 28, about to be 29 in December, and it's a lot of like 20 somethings. 18 to 20. I'll say 18 to 24. I don't think anybody there was over 24. It could have been, but just chicks walking around in like sexy costumes.
Lingerie.
Talking about like sex, like just sexual education.
Can I take over?
Anal sex and all kinds of stuff. So I'll call Alexis like.
Let me take over from here.
Yeah.
So Jeremy calls me, and it's like 6, 5 something, 6. And he's like, what you doing? And I look at the phone, because my baby is a regimented man.
Yeah.
It's like, I know Jeremy's every move because he is regimented. He has a schedule, he follows it. And so when I get a call at 6, saying what you're doing, I need this, whatever, I'm like, I look at the phone, I look at the time.
It was definitely a pause.
Like, it was a pause, like he heard it. Because I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm trying to piece it together before I respond because I'm trying to figure out what he may mean. And so I'm like, nothing. Like, I realized like all the pieces is the pieces and it just don't add up while he calling me. So I'm like, nothing, what's up? And he's like, nothing. You said, I can't remember what you said. I'm like, are you not in class? Why are you calling me? Like, I'm genuinely confused. And so then he's like, I'm at this haunted house. Pause. We don't do Halloween. We damn sure don't do scary stuff. Haunted house is nothing. So when he said that, I'm like,
and I'm supposed to be in class.
What? He's like, I'll tell you about it later. And so he's like, it's for class, something. And so now I'm cracking up because I'm like, not they got you in a haunted house in class. Like, I'm just cracking up because here I am, like, trying to figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, homie is at this haunted house. And then I think you mentioned that it's a sexy haunted house. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like,
I didn't think I said that because, like, I'm in the actual, like, place and I don't want to offend nobody.
You told me it was sexual. You mentioned, like, sexual empowerment.
Something, yeah. But I'm like, I don't want to offend nobody because, like, I'm not against it, but also I'm like,
He felt like an older man.
I'm almost 30 and I got my wedding ring on. I'm in this haunted house with like a bunch of single people.
Baby had a uniform on and everything.
Yeah, I'm like, I get off work and go to class, so I have my backpack on.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just want to talk to my family before I went through here because like, I'm just like, I don't know why I'm here right now.
Yeah, it was super funny. So no, this is not a real salty, but it was just funny because it was like, what the hell is going on? And then when I realized what was going on, it was just so funny to me. Like,
no, it was
because I know how uncomfortable he probably was.
Yeah, and I don't want them to feel like it was bad. It was really good. If I was like younger, or even if I wasn't even younger, but if I was just single, it would have been like all gravy. But like to be the only dude and to be talking about anal sex or like, you know, pleasure toys and stuff like that, it's just uncomfortable. But if we was together, it'd probably be lit. But
if
like,
we were together?
Yeah, but I'm like, to be alone and I'm with my classmates and stuff like that, I'm just like, I don't want to look like no creep.
I will say, I asked him, I said, so baby, what did you learn? In all seriousness, I did. I was like, what did you learn to see, like, if you learned something new? And like, nothing, and he started saying this stuff. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know this. And so, like he said, this was not to talk shit or anything about sexy on the house because he said it was informative, it was these things, and it actually taught me a few things about a few things. I was like, oh, interesting. So, but it just is funny because I knew my
shout out Dr. Hill. So shout out Dr. Hill. Wow, like I think that's crazy. Every time I see it, I feel like this.
That's
I think like you, like I be forgetting. I be thinking like it's mentioned that maybe. I be thinking that it forgot the apostrophe. Cause you know it's why you
cut all this out. Let's even cut it out. Cause why do they need to know what class you in and what school? Like this is just.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me. I don't like having latitude and longitudes. Like I feel like this latitude. Anyway, long story short, it was funny. I don't have a salty this week. I feel like we've been trucking.
We've been having a good 2 weeks. So yeah, shout out to us for not having too many salties.
And I feel like
I guess like last week you had too much laundry, but other than that, I don't think it's anything.
And I feel like anytime we have a salt, like to me, I'm not gonna remember salty unless it's salty.
Yeah.
Like this, cause I know you didn't like annoy me like did a number like that, but they've never been anything that I'm like writing in my journal. Talk to my therapist about. But anyway, so yeah, so that's the sweet and salty component. Before we get out here too, I want to make sure y'all, one, if you're a couple out there who want to sit on this pink couch, make sure you reach out to us. We definitely want to interview more couples. We definitely want to have more people on the couch. Even if you're not a couple, if you're a small business owner, whatever the case may be, please reach out to us. We want you on the couch. Also, if you want to share any good news with us, please let us know. Like we want to engage with y'all a lot more. But also, shit, before we get out of here, we need to call and tell somebody happy birthday.
Yeah, we're doing a surprise call. Hopefully he answers.
He better answer. No, he gonna answer. He not gonna answer? I'm gonna have to call him from my phone. I wonder if he went out of town.
I was texting earlier.
Okay, you did. Where my phone at?
Please leave your message.
Let me call one more time. If he don't answer with you, how to do it without him. But I was texting him while he was at the birthday party. But you never know with this man.
Yeah, he probably. Who knows? I don't think he's gonna answer.
I don't think so. Damn. Shit did it at the beginning.
Yeah,
I was texting him before while we was here. Well, I guess you could just do it when I call him.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let's see if we can shoot him a text real quick and get an answer. So y'all, it's somebody's birthday today that's very near and dear to our heart.
Yeah, we got a couple birthdays. Like we said already, we said shout out Jada. Shout out little sis Jada. I know we always be having beef, but it's never real beef.
Okay. I just texted him, so we're gonna see. But yeah, we got a special birthday shout out. What can we talk about until we get this man to call us back?
Not much. I mean, it's just if y'all got any topics y'all want to talk about, anybody that listen this far, I will. If you listen this far into this something that we will talk about it, because you listen to the end of the podcast. Anybody that listens to the end of the podcast really rock with us. So if you got any topics that you want us to talk about, or if you got anybody that you would like to be on, or if you personally would like to be on, hit us up.
And how do y'all feel about the power couple draft?
Yeah, let us know how you feel about that. Do y'all like content like this? Is this content cool? Do y'all want us to just keep interviewing other couples? I feel like people was missing the couples a little bit.
Y'all miss the couples? Y'all miss the people?
Y'all miss the couples, or y'all like it just to be us?
Let us know.
Or is it stuff that y'all want to know? Just let
about us and our relationship. Damn, baby, you look hecka light skinned on your arms.
I am light skinned. I'm just trying to say, like, I got definitely a farmer's tan. Not as much as I normally have. I didn't cut the grass as much because I've been in class, but I'm actually fairly light.
Yeah, let me see. Open that arm again. And you used to say, you the same color. It's not nobody saying color.
I'm a little more red than you.
I am way darker than you, Jeremy.
I'm a little more red.
Jeremy, I am way darker than you.
It's fine. Yes, right now.
Look at my arm. Ain't nothing light skinned about my arm.
Normal circumstances, I'm a darker than you.
No.
Normal circumstances. But I just got the grass a lot this year. It was too hot. It burnt the grass up.
Well,
but anyway, before we get out of here, he ain't gonna call back. Shout out to our brother Greg.
Happy birthday.
We love you. Thank you for all that you do for Ultra Black Love. Thank you for just being, there. And
thank you for just being our fucking dog.
Yeah, just being Greg. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just Greg.
Just
yeah.
Greg.
Yeah. That's family. That's good for sure.
You family, this. I just want to say happy birthday. We were trying to call you, but
you're not answering. I just sent you a text saying answer the phone. It's important.
He probably knew.
Jeremy
he didn't want to be on here, so he probably knew.
Nah, he didn't know.
He probably knew. So.
It's his birthday. How you not answering the phone on your birthday?
It's his birthday.
Remember what I did when I didn't have a phone on my birthday?
You fucking freaked out. Well, anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go buy some merch. We still got a few shirts left. I know a lot of people always saying they like the white shirts. We got a few left, so please buy them. I have no reason. I have no reason to keep them.
Yeah, no, and then be prepared for a new drop.
Weekly. We coming weekly.
No, I meant
new merch drop.
Yeah. But we definitely drop a new episode weekly too. Yeah, head over to the social media to see what we got going on Instagram and TikTok. So at Ultra Black Love. Absolutely. On TikTok and Instagram, and then Ultra Black Love Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you're subscribing to us.
We got some new video content coming too. We haven't talked about it.
No, we haven't.
We got some good shit about to drop eventually.
You got the video. Yeah. Baby, I don't got nothing else. Let's try Greg one more time.
One more time? Alright, we'll try one more time. He ain't gonna answer.
He not, but it's okay. We're gonna try. I want y'all to see how he treated us on air. I can't even talk.
It happened when we set the alarm off that one time.
Don't get me started.
She better be bad too.
You're an idiot. He not answering. You can't. Well, all right. Happy birthday, Greg. We love you. We appreciate you. Tried to call you, make it special, but
they ain't got nothing else.
We'll let that ride. Oh.
Well, that too. But we'll let that ride.
Well, we said we'll let that ride.
Yeah. Peace.